Do you guys still remember the day that you first met?
Yes,
Years ago?
very distinctly.
Tell me about it.
I was making Moulin Rouge, and in those days we were transferring from like film into digital editing, and I was working with a legendary editor,
Jill
we both know, Jill Bilcock, and Jill goes, "Oh yeah, bit of a problem. We've lost the entire movie." All right, I'm like, okay, that's not good. And there was an Irish guy, very cool looking, sleeping under the heavy works, the editing machine. She said, "Don't worry, he's going to fix it. He's going to get it all back, you know." When did we do the first reel? Now you answer that. When did we do the first reel?
Back in 2018.
How many years?
The first reel we did to kind of, it was 7 years ago.
Yeah. So we do the 7 years. We did the reel 7 years ago, right? 7 years ago. And at that time, I was contemplating, how am I going to do the Vegas showroom? And I'd heard about this maybe apocryphal story that there's maybe this never before seen footage of the Vegas showroom. But it's kind of like, it's very, you know, Raiders of the Lost Ark, you know, dusty shelves. And so anyway, we have the 150,000, they go in, they find it. And they find, how many hours?
59 hours worth of footage.
Yeah.
Now we have this 59 hours of footage. And the other thing is that on my feeds and kind of, I get these, it's a bit like release the files, you know? It's release the film, we know you have it, right? So it gets out there to the fans that we've actually found it, right? And I was lucky enough to convince both Sony Vision, and it's not Sony Pictures, and then Authentic Brands, who actually control Elvis's likeness, and then Warner Brothers, who actually own the MGM footage, and RCA. So I have a relationship with all of them. So I was able to, because you have no idea how mind-bending it is to get everyone to agree to put everything in the pot, you know, to give us, I'm not going to make it unless I got access to all areas. And so eventually it's a yes. But that footage, we had to tell about how long it took to actually get the footage up to scratch.
It was 59 hours worth of just bits of film. You know, there was no sound, nothing was sunk up. So we could see that Elvis was, you know, singing on stage, singing his heart out, but we'd no idea what he was singing and all the rest. So syncing 59 hours worth of footage is it's a huge task. So it took an assistant approximately about 2 years to sync up all that footage for the musical performances. It was pretty intense. You know, it took a long time to track down kind of all the missing bits and to kind of organize and choose the best performances. I mean, out of 59 hours worth of footage, there's literally hundreds of different performances. And you kind of need to crash test each one to work out, well, what's the best, what's cuttable, what is the best coverage, and so forth. So that took a long time.
Yeah. What do you, like, how do you go from finally wrapping up, like, this has been a really long chapter of Elvis, like probably longer than you thought it was going to be when you started. Like, how do you possibly, like, creatively close the book on that and try to go into, like, your next movie?
There's two differences. Jono was on it in a really profound way, and I can't overstate how this is a creative co-production. I mean, we worked really together on it. Conceptually, it wasn't like I'd come in and prescribe it and Jono would cut it. I mean, he's the storyteller as much as I am in it. But Jono was there all the time, so I was able to develop my other works that I'm doing. But the time we spent on it, I got to admit, was remarkably enjoyable. I would say hard work. We really worked hard. Mixing it was hard, but kind of something unusually majestic about it, really.
No, it's been a really fun project. And to kind of answer your question, after 7 years of being kind of immersed in all things Elvis, I don't know if we'll ever escape.
I agree with you. I'm like this. We might want to, but I think from now, I mean, first of all, we've probably been involved in some of the primary. It's almost like we can't get him out of our life. I mean, he's just going to be there. You know, I don't see. The other thing I got to say is, I mean, we couldn't do it. I hope the fans, because they're quite intense and I understand their passion, but we could not put everything in it because it's very expensive. I mean, we have a whole concert. Is it what's the park? Is it
Hampton Road.
Hampton Road. The entire concert, never before seen. That's just a little bit.
It's kind of the holy grail for, you know, the true Elvis fans is to see, and a full show
Yeah.
from beginning to end. And we do have that. So,
But to do that, so I think what will happen is we will beget children, they will grow up, they'll have children, and their children's children will eventually do Hamptons Road.